Do you know how many foreign companies, for example, are in the northern part of Nigeria mining gold, lithium? There are some reports out there that even Tesla is in northern Nigeria.
Wow, Tesla.
Yes, there are some reports out there. In fact, there's a video out there talking about this. But even leave out Tesla, what are the Chinese doing in northern Nigeria? What are people doing? What about private individuals, politicians? I mean, doing so many things. We are blessed. We have so many mineral resources in that nation. That is just the northern part, because the focus, the field, the people, the politicians there are ready to do anything without Nigeria as long as they can get profit out of it. Not to talk of coming to the south. So you can see a lot of things are already happening. Now remember what we call the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade.
Yes.
That lasted for almost 430 years, in which so many black people were taken out of Africa. If you look back, you'll be able to see that for sure there seems to be the scale of misery seems to have been weighing against the black nation.
Yes.
We seem to be at the brunt of receiving all these unbelievable atrocities just coming our way continuously, consistently. Now, I'm going to read something to you that a slave master, an Arabian slave master, said about the black race. Just hold on. I have it right here. The name is Mema Mohammed, and he was a wealthy Arab slave trader in the 18th century. Now, of course, he bought his slaves mostly from West Africa, where they take them to Arab countries or Europe or wherever, and they waste their lives in miserable conditions. Now, hear what is said about the black race. He said, these black creatures were born to be in perpetual servitude. Mark those words. That's why I say I will read this first before I go back to the scripture. These black creatures were born to be in perpetual servitude and were ordained by God to be our slaves forever. They and their African brothers who sell them to us have no sense of collective purpose, and they think nothing of killing and selling their own kinsman for a pittance. They have no God, and they have no interest in dying for anything which is outside their daily feeding. The most gratifying thing is that even if one of the group shows signs of any potential or hope of being able to be a great leader to the others, they are the ones that will expose him, report him, and destroy him just for a few morsels from my table. They present no danger to us. They only growl like dogs at each other and no one else. Now listen to how it concludes this. We will shame them, threat them, own them, and rule over them forever. That was the verdict of a slave master that was trafficking, always trafficking in the sale of blacks to different lands and all of that. There is no group of people that ever went through that. That is just a fact. No group of people. And sustained for almost 430 years. That is just to say a few things about the miseries that the black race has been coming through. Of recent, we saw a situation in which a woman, Okonjo Iweala, wanted to be the president of the World Bank, I think, some years ago. Why was she denied? Was it that she wasn't competent? No, she was denied because there are laid down rules, there are barriers that says, thus far you can go no further.